Hey guys, how are we doing? Happy Friday. So I'm here doing a school run in the playground. I'm usually here like 45 minutes early because I use this time to schedule my social media over the weekend so I don't have to jump on. But I was talking to a client of mine about drive, and I wanted to share the conversation that we had because it might well fit into your reality. Now, I'm a driven individual. The client I was talking to is a driven individual. But at what cost do we allow that drive to overwhelm everything else going in our life? Now, being driven is about really pursuing a purpose, a challenge. It's that pursuit of happiness and pursuit of success. And the drive is getting up, it's grinding out, it's working late all hours under the sun, it's committing yourself to daily acts and daily routines and getting the job done. And it's knowing what done actually means. So how long are we constantly driven? Are we sporadically driven? Are we on some sort of ratio of 2 weeks that we're driven and 1 week off? Most of the time, most people are switched on all of the time. I remember when I was driven back in the day, it would be 24/7. And that 24/7 cost me time, energy. It used to sap me, it used to burn me out, it used to completely put me on a tunnel vision about everything else that was going on around me. I was never getting home. I was neglecting my health, I was neglecting my well-being, and I ended up being just a busy fool because you become so tunnel vision, because you don't take time out. You suddenly just become consumed on the same level. You end up plateauing in your drive, and it ends up becoming quite unattractive in terms of the stress that it causes you, frustration. You know, when we have drive, we want to be excited. We want those emotions of like, I am on it today, I'm hustling. But we can't be on like that all of the time. It's impossible. So how I do it personally is that when I know I'm coming up to a launch 2 weeks before the launch, you know, the week before I'm driven, those 2 weeks I'm driven, over the launch week I'm driven, and then starting on that first week of that program I'm driven. That's a 4 week period, but it takes it out of you. And then I have kind of like down a week, kind of regain some emotional and mental strength and well-being. But even when I am driven, there are still rules, there are still routines, there is still work-life balance. It's controlled manner. And I just want you to think a little bit more about your drive and where you're going with it. What things are you sacrificing with it? How are you sort of distributing your energy and your time into your drive? Is it full on all the time, or is it controlled and in sequence? And I just want you to think about that when it comes to your work-life balance. And if you can indeed, maybe step back over the weekend or for a few days and reassess or reaudit yourself about how you deal with your drive and how you implement your drive and the sacrifices you're making, okay? And see if you can't change that slightly so that you can have a much more effective working practice and life. Remember, we got to live. Have an amazing weekend. I'll catch you soon. Take care.